What's going on, everybody? It's your girl D here with your vitamin D for free. It's a new week, and I'm excited about it because we get the opportunity to grow 1% better. Forget about what just happened, huh? Forget about what happened last week, okay? Learn from it. Don't bring it with you, though. Give yourself some grace. So today's topic is going to be how to have the best week ever. I got 5 tips for you. It's going to be quick, concise, and by that I mean quick and concise like a Baptist preacher. Okay? Huh. We're going to get into it. I am man, God is good to say the least and to say the most. And I want to pass on some tips to you to have the best week ever. And as we're talking, if you have any ideas or you're like, I have some focuses, or if you need some advice, put it in the chat, put it in the comments. I want to hear what you got to say, and I want there to be some open dialogue when it comes to it. And also, before I get started, shout out to everyone who signed up for the 21-day Glow Up Get Fit Challenge. We just had our orientation. It's going to be lit, period, point blank. Boop. All right, so let's start. Before we get tomorrow popping, before we get Monday popping, this is the first thing I need you to do. I need you to say yes to you and already be committed to you. Some of y'all are very committed to other people. You're more committed to other people than you are to yourself. I need you to get committed to you. I need you to say, next week, tomorrow, I'm gonna be committed to me. I'm gonna be committed to my health. I'm gonna be committed to my fitness. I'm gonna be committed to my mindset. I'm gonna be committed to my emotional health. I'm gonna be committed to my spiritual health. Because I'm here to tell you this: life is already hard. You don't have to make it any harder, beloved. It's already, you might as well create the soft life for yourself because life already got its plans. So you might as well say, this is what I'm going to experience, how I want to experience the next week. You got to make that decision. My great sister friend said this to me: D, you need to decide how you want to spend your day and experience your life. That was the most pivotal thing she could have ever said as a friend, because how many times do we just go with the flow? Because the world wants you to think that. The world wants you to think I'm going to go with the flow. No, I'm not going with no flow. Because there ain't no telling where it's going to take me. All right? So that's number one. Say yes to you, baby. And when you say yes to you, that means sometimes you're going to have to say no to other folks. And but I'm not even on I'm not even on the tips yet, because you need to get in your skull that saying yes to you is going to be saying no to something else. As always, saying yes to, let's just say saying yes to eating chicken today means at that moment I'm saying no to eating beef. If I'm saying yes that I'm going to work out at 8 a.m., that means no, I'm not going to be asleep at 8 a.m. Got to say yes to you. And you got to build up that fortitude. You got to build up that mental fortitude. You got to build up that spiritual and emotional fortitude to say yes to you. Okay? Next, before you go to sleep tomorrow, okay? For tomorrow, tonight, I need you to go to sleep with something on your mind that is edifying, peaceful, and what you really want out of your life. Sometimes we decompress out of our day, okay? And what comes to our minds are all the things that we don't like. The things like people getting on our nerves. It's like that's the time that the adversary can sneak in and be like, yeah, let's think about all the stuff that we hate. So you end up going to sleep with things that you don't really desire, and it goes into your subconscious and it starts to manifest in your life. So hey, when we get off of this, or right now, I need you to say, this is what I'm gonna think about before I go to sleep. I'm gonna think about peace. I'm gonna think about abundance. I'm gonna think about how I'm in the process of getting my new house, how I'm in the process of mending my relationships, how you're excited to finish a project, you're excited to file for your LLC, whatever it is. I need you to go to sleep with what you want, not what you don't want. This is your precursor to your steps, ladies. All right, so let's get into it. Number one, we wake up in the morning, we're gonna have our morning routine. Some of us be waking up all willy nilly, and you just all static. You just and you thriving off of that. It's a trauma response to something. I don't know. You never had peace in your life, And because you overcame that piece, you feel like you need to carry on that character trait to everything you do. Sis, sis. Hey Kim, hey Shell, sis. Stop waking up crazy. You're disturbing yourself. You're disturbing your house. You're disturbing. You want to know why your kids cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? Because you're waking up cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Huh? Okay, so we need to have a morning routine. That means having your skincare routine, brushing your teeth, taking your bonnet off, making sure you put your wig on. Cause some of y'all is getting in that car and you ain't got your wig on. It's because you don't have no morning routine. You're just all over the place. You don't know if you're coming or going. If your coffee spilling all over the place, you ain't got your, Shell on here, Shell love to have her turkey bacon, her eggs, baby. Okay, she got money, she got eggs at her house. Okay? So, gotta have your morning routine, whatever that looks like for you. If that's your devotion, if that's prayer, if that's whatever. The key to this though, we not snoozing next week and we not rushing. We be on the interwebs and on the TikTok and on the Instagram talking about soft life, soft life, soft life. You are waking up like a banshee, beloved. You're waking up like a freaking tornado. That is not soft life. You want to live a soft life? Stop acting crazy. Okay, so we're gonna do our morning routine. We're not snoozing. We're not rushing. We got it. Okay. All right. Number two, what I want you to do in the morning to have your best week ever is identify abundance. Some of us are praying and beseeching. It's a Lenten season, so a lot of us are like stripping off stuff, but depending on the Lord, believing Him with stuff. And every day you're still like, I don't have enough. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough love. I don't have enough. This is how we're gonna mitigate that. This is how we're gonna go against that. We're just gonna in the words of Kay in her hands, she does this. We're gonna identify abundance and we're gonna give thanks. How do you do that? Look out at nature, and just look at all the trees, and be like, that's a lot of trees. Think about just the oxygen molecules. There's a lot of oxygen molecules that's enough for everybody. That's abundance. Look at all the cars on the road. You're like, good gracious, that's abundance. Look at the food that you have in your house. You might not have every single thing that you could desire and think of in your life, but it's so much. When you start to identify that abundance, you start to attract abundance in your life. Okay? So we want to identify the abundance, very important. Even on a very small scale, on a, I guess, big scale, look outside and look at the grass. How many blades of grass? You have no clue how many blades of grass out there because it's so abundant. So if you're having trouble getting out of that lack and poverty mindset, you just got to be like, let me identify the abundance around me outside of what I'm worried about. Okay? That's going to help to arrest your mindset and help to arrest your imagination so you're not so dang on worried. Okay? Inside that abundance, I want you to give thanks. You can give thanks by journaling. You can give thanks by verbally saying it. You can give thanks by saying it mentally. Prayer. Listen to God. That's what we're going to do. Before we even get this thing popping, okay? We're going to do all of that. And however you do it is how you do it, baby. Because the world will also make you think that you got to do it their way. You got to do it this way. The only way to get healthy is this way. The only way to get your mind right is this way. Because everybody has their own personal agenda. But you got to get solid enough in yourself to say, I got enough sense. I serve the creator. I serve a God that created me. I got sense. And if I ain't got no sense, I'm gonna ask him to give me sense. That's what the Bible said. Any man lack wisdom, ask of God, he'll give it to you in abundance. Okay? So that's number 2. Number 3, this one gonna be big, saints. Set boundaries just before you leave the house. Just before you leave the house. I need to set boundaries. And inside of that setting of boundaries, I need you to be able to win, and I need you to be okay with losing. Boundaries is not a boundaries is not like a fort, okay? When you set boundaries, it's a plan or an offering to say, this person or situation, if you meet me in the middle, it's like a bridge. Meet me in the middle of the bridge so that if I do my part and you do my part, then we can work together. That's all the boundary is. That's it. A boundary is not a fort. A boundary does not keep people out. We be so scared to set boundaries because we think it's gonna keep people out and we're gonna be alone and lonely and by ourselves. We're not gonna have nobody, or we think it's a bad thing. We're like, we say boundaries. We always say it in a context of something's wrong or somebody did me wrong. No, it's so that you can uphold your side of the contract. They can uphold their side of the contract. We meet in the middle of this bridge. Then you can come over here. Then I can go over there, right? So we're gonna set those boundaries before we leave the house. That might look like monitoring who you talk to in the morning. There's some people I'm not gonna talk. There's some people I'm not gonna start my day talking to you. I'm not. Get off of my phone because you're disturbing my peace. Some of y'all started this Lent season, and you're finishing up the first week, and you're like, I'm doing good. Somebody gonna call you before work. And you're going to be like, just don't answer, y'all. You ain't got to have no lie. You ain't got to make up nothing. Set the boundary, beloved. Okay? Like I said, be ready to win. Be ready to win tomorrow. Look for the wins tomorrow. Look for the wins tomorrow. Look for the answered prayers tomorrow. What the Bible say about seeking and finding? Seeking and finding. Sometimes we only want to seek when something's wrong. What I'm telling you is seek the abundance. Look at, let me find where the Lord has really done his big one in my life. Let me find where I have really grown as a person and pat myself on the back. Let me find where the answered prayer is. I'm going to look under this book. Oh, there's an answered prayer. Acknowledged. Because we always want to look at the big answer prayers. Like there might be a big thing that you're believing the Lord for, but can you identify the everyday things that he's doing for you? Be ready to win next week. Let me tell you what I look forward to. I look forward to y'all inboxing me tomorrow, next week. I look forward to statuses for you being like, I went outside and it was a tomato growing. And I remember when I planted that seed and I was hoping for a tomato cup, and there you go. I look forward to you saying, I set a boundary, and don't you know I got a raise? Go seek it. Go seek it. Now on the other side of this, setting boundaries. You got to be ready to lose too. You got to be okay with the loss. And understanding this, y'all, a lot of y'all have kids. If you have children, put it in the chat. Or if you're a caretaker, or if you're a spouse, or you have any level of responsibility of leadership, I need you to put me in the comments. This gonna bust your head. My pastor often says, it's Pastor Darius Daniels. He says, do you think God would take something away from you and then replace it with something inferior? Do you think God would take something away from you and replace it with something inferior? No. You wouldn't do it. Y'all would never take your kids, let's just say iPhone 12 away, and then give them something worse than that with bad intentions. No. God want to do that for you. Whatever you feel like, you lost a relationship, you feel like you lost a friendship, you feel like you lost your house, you lost your car, you lost this. Do you think that all loving, all seeing God would seriously replace it with something inferior? That's why we're going to look for the good, because he want to replace with something better. Maybe you lost a friend because you set a boundary and you really sad about it. Valid feelings, mad valid. But do you think God, you think he would just be like, oh, let me just remove this person out of your life and just have you lonely and sad and angry for the rest of your life, or replace it with a worse friend? No. If you lose your job, you think that in God's divine will, permissive will, that he's going to replace it with something worse? No. No. If we wouldn't do it as humans, then, so just be ready to lose. It's all right, because inside the loss is a lesson. And when we get that through our heads, then we can move through life a little bit better and we don't have to be so hard on ourselves. We don't have to continue to ask why me. Beloved, you don't have to continue to ask why me? Why me? Why me? Why? You don't have to continue to ask that because God wants the best for you. He wants you to live in abundance. He wants your soul to prosper. He wants your health to prosper. He wants your finances to prosper. I could go on all day, y'all, but I'm not. Okay. Next, number 4, and y'all know I got to talk about fitness a little bit. I got to talk about fitness and wellness. Don't make none of this harder than it needs to be. This is number 4. Keep it simple. Whatever it is, keep it simple. When I was a new trainer, I learned so much. I learned so much about fitness. I learned so much about nutrition. I learned so much about wellness that I used to overcomplicate everything. I used to if you had asked me for a workout plan when I was like 20, I would have gave you just a list of things that would have had your head swirling. Wisdom tells you to keep it simple. Move more tomorrow. Okay? Move more than you don't move. Get up, shake your tail feathers, sit back down. Okay? Eat some fruits and vegetables, eat some whole foods. Drink your water. Y'all see, keep it simple. What kind of water I need to drink? The kind that you haven't been drinking, beloved. What fruits and vegetables I need to eat? The ones you haven't been eating, beloved. You say, keep it simple. Because life is already complicated. The nuances in life are already going to have you swirling. You don't have to make life more complicated. That's soft life. Soft life. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. So that you can release the mental real estate of just making little things complicated so that you can do what God has called you to do. Some of y'all have, sis, hey Kay, y'all have things to do in this world, and because you've overcomplicated the small things in life, you don't have the capacity to do what you're actually supposed to be doing. That's why some of y'all don't feel fulfilled in your life. You don't feel fulfilled because you're spending a lot of your time and your mental real estate. Y'all hear me say that all the time. You spend a lot of your time, your mental real estate, on things that don't need to be there. You're making it too complicated. Some of y'all don't want to start exercising yet because you don't know what to do. Go outside and walk. How long? However long you got. How long you got? You got 10 minutes, go do it. You got 5 minutes, go do it. I want to lift weights, but I don't know where to start. Go pick up the pitcher of water at your refrigerator. Go pour it and put it back in there. Do that 5 times. Okay, let's start there. Okay. Kick your legs out in front of you. How many? How many can you do? Huh? Right? So keep it simple. And number 5, this going to release some of y'all for the rest of the week. I love you so much. Is that remember you are worthy. That's how you're going to have the best week ever. Oh, you are worthy. Women's. Let me tell you this. A lot of us only find worthiness on the other side of a struggle. Literally, we don't feel comfortable feeling worthy or accepting help or accepting gifts or accepting compliments unless we have struggled for it. And that's why it feels so hard. Somebody literally, the only way that you can say thank you for something is if you struggle for it. But I'm here to tell you this. You're worthy even if you didn't have to struggle for it. There's no glory in the struggle, y'all. We're making life so freaking hard on us. It's hard for us to have a good day and good week because we put so much on our back. Because we feel like if I didn't struggle for it, if I didn't fight for it, and I think that is in the Black genetic DNA, we feel like if we didn't work ourselves to the bone for something, that we are not worthy enough to say thank you. And I want to tell you this, you are worthy. You are worthy of a great, loving, understanding relationship, regardless of what was did or said in the past. Have you done the work to have you worked on yourself? Yes. You working on your communication? Yes. You working on being fair, on being just? Yes. You're worthy. If you've been working on your health and you're like, I've been actively mindfully doing better. And somebody says, girl, you're just looking good. Thank you. Say thank you and shut your mouth. Just like when you say no, somebody asks you to do something, say no and shut up. If somebody wants to acknowledge what you have done or your contributions, yeah, girl, you are worthy of that. You are worthy to smile again. You're worthy of, y'all. There are some people in this world who are bothered by you expressing yourself, bothered by your happiness, bothered by your joy. They can't believe that you've gone through grief and despair, and they're like, she don't deserve that. And do I don't have to go through something in order to be worthy of having a great day. Y'all, ladies, you can have a great day tomorrow without struggling. And this is something that I used to do. I used to be looking for the table to turn. I used to be looking for something to go wrong. Like, this is too good to be true. Have y'all said that? I'm sure. Because we love to say that. This is too good to be true. It's just too good to be true. Well, why? You're great. You contribute to society. You love people. You give back. You're kind. You check up on people. You have hospitality. You're nurturing. Well, how come you could be too good to other people? You could be good to other people and contribute to society, but it's not for you. Why? If it's too good to be true, then it is what it is. Let it be too good to be true for you. And guess what? I'm gonna leave you with this, and this is what I want. I want your mantra to be tomorrow. God, my clients know what I'm fit to say. God, show me how good it can get. This is what we're gonna say. This is how we're gonna have the best week ever. We're gonna have our morning routine. We're gonna identify abundance. We're gonna give thanks. We're gonna set boundaries. We're gonna keep it simple. We're gonna remember we're worthy, and we're gonna say, God, show me how good it can get. I don't care what. Listen, I don't care who you pray to. It's Ramadan. Allah might be who. Show me how good it can get. You might not identify with none of those words. You might say spirit. Show me how good it can get. And guess what God is going to do? It's going to show you how good it can get. It's because it's your belief. Show me how good it can get. And guess what? When you start looking for the signs that things going to get good, it's like a snowball, y'all. You at the top of the mountain, and you just had this little snowball that you did. Like, when we had that little snow, you did that. And then you got some more snow. You started patting that bad boy, right? Pat, pat, pat. And then you just rolled it down the mountain. As it goes, it starts picking up more snow. It starts going, and it don't stop. As long as the mountain go, that snowball gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger. And that snowball is a metaphor for you looking for how good it can get. And the crazy part is a lot of people only want to recognize you when the snowball gets big. And so you think you should only recognize yourself when the snowball gets big. But God's showing you how good it can get at the start. The ability to pack that snowball up. How did you even get up there, girl? How did you get there? God, show me how good it can get. You roll that thing there. He gonna show you how good it can get. And I want to hear those testimonies, ladies. I want to hear those testimonies because we're going to have the best week ever. And I'm a firm believer that when the collective starts to do this, you start to believe. Everybody watching this, y'all are my circle. Y'all know I live two places. I live at the gym and I live on social media. So my algorithm is a big deal to me. My clients are a big deal to me. The people who comment on my stuff is a big deal to me. Y'all are a big deal to me because you influence me. I need what about the people? I need about 2 people to believe that God gonna show them tomorrow. How good can it get? We're gonna start with our energy levels. We're gonna start with the clarity. We're gonna start with our no. We're gonna start with our boundaries. We're gonna start with prayers answered. God, show us how good it can get this week. I love y'all. Be blessed. Be safe. Be successful. May the Lord bless you to keep you. May his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May he turn his countenance towards you and give you peace. Peace in your life, peace in your home, peace in your mind, peace in your heart, peace in your job, peace in your children's lives, and peace in the streets. Because at the end of the day, you have to live with you. That's your vitamin D for free. Love y'all.